casting process was, I mean, basically I went out to, we didn't have a lot of money to make this film. It was really, it was a 30-day shoot. It was really intense. And normally on the kind of budget, we were trying to make a film in America with UK money. When the dollar was getting stronger, it was very much, we didn't even know if we had the budget before we went. So it was really intense, but the cast, I decided basically I should go there. I went for one casting session in LA. Basically I thought I can't come home, I've just got to stay here. I'll never find the children. I'll be given 2 weeks in prep and it won't be enough time. So I literally just moved we went out for a week and we didn't come back for 6 months, like with one little suitcase and, sleeping on people's floors, and it was kind of crazy, but I knew I needed that time to find 3 children that looked, first of all, to find the older Kevin and work my way back, and also babies and that kind of thing, to give myself a shot. I really needed that time. When he walked into the room, I was like, well, I found Kevin. But I did make him work for it, but he just got it, and yeah, I don't know, something happened, and...
Oh, yeah, it was fantastic. It was, it would be hard for any actor who wasn't darkly psychotic, you know what I mean? But for me, it was actually a breeze. Yeah.
To find those boys, we spent months. Yeah, it wasn't just like traditionally. I think these days you get a lot of actors, they turn up 2 days before the shoot, and this wasn't like that. I mean, I didn't know if I could direct a 3.5-year-old, but this kid was extraordinary, and so that was down to Billy and going through a lengthy casting process in order to find these children. But he just walked into the room. He's lower than this table, he's tiny, with a little leather jacket on, climbed up in a chair that seemed to be like a big mountain for him, turned round. I said, "Can you say Mommy, Kevin?" He said, "No." And he asked me to throw something, he threw it at me. And then I said, well, that's it. He didn't say another word. Get up, and walked out the door, and that was it. And that was the whole thing. I don't think that kid said one word to me, actually just took direction. But luckily, Ezra saved the day, I must say, because he came to all the other scenes to study the children, to look at their mannerisms. Jasper Newell, the middle kid, is a wonderful child, very, very intelligent beyond his years. One particular situation was the roll the ball scene, where Rocky really didn't like having the diapers on, the nappies on, and he was like, I'm a big boy, you could see in his face he didn't like it, and that's when the only time he lost the plot, so he screamed, and Ezra took him outside, and you can pick up on that story. What did you promise him?
I called Santa Claus, or Father Christmas, as all of you know him. And I placed like a 45-minute call to Santa Claus. I told Rocky that if he were to,
finish the damn scene.
Finish the scene, he would be such a hero that he would certainly, and this is true in America, he would be rewarded with all of the gifts he could possibly ever want from Father Christmas. And so, yeah, I placed that phone call, and then started to question my own sanity when I realized that Rocky had been convinced to do the scene for about 20 minutes, and I was still just having a one-sided conversation with Santa Claus.
I think right from the beginning on this script, it was never going to be social commentary and never about trying to understand what high school killings are about. This is a psychological film. It's a fantasy or a nightmare, and those things are there for symbolic reasons, not for us to explore that. I think it's been done before, and it wasn't the reason that we got involved in this material. This is a Greek tragedy about a family.
It is a fantasy, but that aspect of the story was a tough one, but I definitely didn't want to, go for, try to go in and understand all those kids and all those aspects. That's a different movie, so I was really thinking about, my cipher was Eva, that's basically it. Right from the beginning, the only thing we had a conversation early on, and I said I wasn't going to approach it with the letters, which she was totally cool about and totally understood. And then after that, it was, I'm sure she was like, "What the hell is happening? This is taking a while," because it, looked like we were going to go and then stop-start kind of thing. But it was a complicated process writing the script, because it looked like there was more money, and it's quite an expensive film to make in a way, because you get different time zones, we get kids involved, we're trying to make it in America with UK money. We didn't have enough, so the process of writing the script was really, really getting to, the script was 87 pages in the end. It was like, and they were still taking pieces out, so it was really bare bone. But luckily, so it was very nerve-wracking when Lionel actually came to the screening, because that was in May, and I think we were more nervous than, I really, thought, oh, she could go anyway, either way. She could, she's quite
Thank
a
God she
strong
liked
woman.
it.
She's quite a strong woman. I was expecting, an extreme reaction either way. But I think she saw it was in the spirit. It's a very different piece, and it's very much inspired by, rather than very literal. And I think she appreciated what she was the spirit of what she was trying to do in the novel was retained in a different form. It was really interesting. We just went for a nice glass of wine. I think she was a bit stunned at first, and then I gave her my hat. I don't know why. She looked better on her, and so she stole my hat. Lionel Shriver stole my hat.
You're so angry about that. You love that hat.
I really did.
You're so bitter.
She liked the film, but she stole her hat, so it didn't
But yeah, I think I could tell she was pleased by it. It was a stunned reaction, but a pleasantly stunned one rather than aghast stunned reaction.
Guys, you heard it from the source. We bribed Lionel Shriver to like the film with a very nice hat.
Yeah, we did. I gave her a backhander, but I mean, most times I'd say writers don't like adaptations of their novels because they're so close. It's their baby, and I can see why. I mean, it was nerve-wracking, but I knew I had to put my own stamp in the material, and I think she knew I would, and probably expected that.